and welcome to another episode of Pivy Does It All. Get a catch up for a couple weeks of not really being on YouTube. So, welcome to my channel if you are new here, and welcome back to my channel if you are old here. I am coming back to YouTube after being kind of on a hiatus. I have been just taking care of stuff and also been, I don't know, just not in the mood to film. So I wanted to come and talk with you guys and hang out with you guys and maybe even get the inspiration to make something. Probably not. It all depends on where our conversation leads us today. So yeah. So I titled this "Coming Back to YouTube" because really I've been absent this whole the past couple of weeks, and I am trying to be a little bit more consistent with filming. Hi, Daniel. Welcome in. A little bit more consistent with filming and hopefully get my crojo back so that I'll want to crochet again. And yeah, so if you are wondering why my voice sounds like I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, it is because I am on testosterone and my vocal folds are hardening. I didn't make that up. That's science. And hey, welcome in. Happy to have you in here with me. So yeah, so if I sound like I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, one, I don't. Two, it's the testosterone. So that's just what it is. Yeah, so how have you guys been? How are you guys doing? Tell me about what's been going on the past couple weeks, because I feel like whenever I have been getting on, I've just been kind of like blurting out a couple things and then I'm like out. Or I'm drinking a bunch of wine and then I'm out. So, so yeah, tell me how you're doing. I hope you're doing well. I might crochet some today. I might not crochet at all. Who knows? I just, yeah, I just wanted to hang out with you guys, and there is a storm a brewing here. Doing fine. That's great. That's great. And I love storms. I love thunder. Thinking about retiring from YouTube when I am 30, I'm leaning towards it. Interesting. What makes you want to retire from YouTube? I mean, 30 is not old, but I say that because I'm turning 30 this year. So, what makes you want to leave YouTube? I can understand a lot of reasons why. Social media, just being on social media. How is my health generally? My health is good. Mental health, not the best it's been. But physical health, fine. I am tolerating the testosterone really well, and am not experiencing this time. So I had my second shot this week, this Tuesday. or was it last Tuesday? I think it was this past Tuesday, that I had my testosterone shot, my second one. And so this one seems to have like leveled out, like it kind of peaked and leveled out a little bit earlier than my first one, which took a while to get into my system. And I'm really liking that because it's less like of a roller coaster of hormones, which like literally no one has time for that. Um, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. Um, I just made this like high pitched squeal. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but it was a high pitched squeal that just came from my throat. I don't know. Puberty is weird. So when you take testosterone as someone who is assigned female at birth, um, you go through a second puberty. Um, you will be fine. We'll remember you in my prayers. Okay, cool. Thanks, Samuel. I appreciate it. Um, don't get me wrong, I enjoy what I do, but it's not something that I see myself doing forever. I can totally understand that. It's a lot of work. I think that's what people don't realize. And even someone who YouTubes like I do, where I predominantly go on lives and I don't edit really anything, even that's a lot of work because you just um have to be on and you have to put this, I don't want to say character on because I don't put a character on, but you have to put this face on that like everything's okay, everything's great, everything's good, blah blah blah. Like you got to do that because nobody wants to watch someone who's sad, and it can be really tough on you. Um, it is a lot of work. I understand that. I say do it till it's not fun anymore. Don't put a time limit on it. Just do it till it's not fun anymore. Um, and then if you ever want to pick it up again, you didn't say, well, I said I'd never do YouTube again. You just take a break. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I'm just coming off of a break myself, and that break was really healthy for me, and it's really what I needed to keep doing YouTube because I was ready to just call it a day and leave it at that. So yeah, so do it one of these days. You just got to do what's right for you. That's all that matters. Do what's right for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Do what's right for you, and it'll all work out. YouTube, you coming or going, or it's not going to cause the end of days. So everything will work out. Um, so, but thank you for letting me know. And I think sometimes we have these thoughts and they come into our mind and we just need like a sounding board for them. And so thank you for letting me be your sounding board and trusting, I don't know, my opinion. You didn't really ask for my opinion, but I kind of gave it to you. So sorry or not sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. My throat is so dry. I need like a gallon of water, and I have no water here. Hi, Ivy B. Haven't seen you in a bit. Glad you're doing well. Hi, Ivy and Pivy, Ivy and Pivy, Ivy and Pivy. I am doing okay. Yeah. I Wanted to, it's cool, your opinion matters. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am doing all right. Like I said before, like my mental health is not where I'd like it to be. I've got a lot going on outside of YouTube, and I tend to try to keep it really light here, really positive, because I um I don't know, like I don't know why that's something that I gravitate towards, but I find that when I like the the channels that I really like to watch are not negative channels, because like life is hard enough. We don't need someone else's baggage to deal with and have all that stuff, you know? Um, and at least that's my attitude towards it. And so the fact that I'm going through some mental health struggles, and maybe I'll do a video just on that. So if people want to know a little bit more, they can. I'd be happy to do that. Um, but I don't want to like, I don't want overall my content to just be like, why Ezra is a sad sack right now. Um, I want, hey, Crystal, thank you for your advice, Ezra. Of course, of course. Um, so, um, so yeah, so I try to keep things pretty positive here, but I've been happy to share a little bit about what I've been going through, and um, I don't yet have a, and this is how I got through it. You know, I don't have, like, I'm not at a point right now where I can be like, look, I like made it through scot free, so easy, so fun. I don't have that yet. I'm still kind of in the mix. And so, um, yeah, I maybe, because that's like a pretty unsatisfying story. If we just think about stories and not necessarily people, pretty unsatisfying story if there is conflict and there's no resolution. Um, so I kind of keep that to myself, but who knows? Maybe I'll make a video for you guys if that's something that you would like me to talk more about my mental health. Just let me know. So I said I might crochet, and I might. I said I probably wouldn't, and that might be true. I don't know. I've got projects all around me, and literally just like there's so much that I could do, that I just like, I don't know, inspiration just kind of left the building for me. And this is again part of my mental health journey, is inspiration's just kind of gone out the window. And even like following someone else's pattern, I just don't really have the willpower to do it. You know, I just don't have the momentum to go for it. Um, so, um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, maybe I'll make something. I've got this tweed yarn that has these like flecks in it. It's really gorgeous. It's called Rustic Romantic by Yarn Bee. And I want to make a scarf for my for my father-in-law, it's not just that. I appreciate that, Crystal. Tea is the easiest part of what I've been dealing with. Which I know might sound crazy because I'm on like literally new chemicals being introduced into my brain. But tea's been the easiest thing because that just like feels right. It feels like this is what should have happened the whole time. And I it's basically everything else that is difficult. So life is difficult. Surprise, surprise. Um, Testosterone didn't fix all my problems. Luckily, it has not made any of my problems worse, which is great. Um, and, this journey isn't as hard as I guess some people would think. It's not as hard as some people would think for me. Let me rephrase that. For me. Because everything feels right. Everything feels like it's supposed to feel. Everything feels like, it should have happened this way the first time. And that's really a really, really, really cool feeling. It's so when people talk about being trans, they talk a lot about like gender dysphoria and this feeling that you don't fit within your assigned gender. And I didn't really experience that. I um I was sober. Froggy. Froggy, I am sober. I get drunk on one live and all of a sudden I have a reputation of being drunk. Happy to see you too. I was just talking about, so there's this idea called gender dysphoria where you don't feel like you're accurately represented in the gender that you're assigned at birth, or the gender that you're assigned, I guess, period, because you could anyways. But what I identify most with is gender euphoria, and they're things. Oh my goodness, my little baby's right here. Oh, do you guys want to see JL? Sorry, you had to get off my PJs. Give me, baby. Give me, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. JL's a chunk. He's gonna bite me for saying that. Look at this. That's how I get scratched in the face. Don't bite me. I just said you were a chunk. It's not my fault you're a little chunk. You stop it. Yeah, I know my voice is lower. It's much scratchier today. I was saying I feel like I sound like I smoke like a pack of cigarettes a day, but I don't. I just am on testosterone. But yeah, so gender euphoria is when you start testosterone or start estrogen or progesterone, and you start to feel these feelings that like just feel right. And that is what is driving this force, is this like force of like positivity and like feeling right for the first time. It's just really nice. So So, you know, the journey of being trans there are hard parts to it. I'm not gonna lie and say that everything's been easy, but the overall journey of being trans. Hey, Lorna, thank you for coming in. Welcome in. Prop your feet up, get comfortable. I'm just talking about, I guess like right now might as well be the time to talk about my mental health. Because it's a big component to why I have not been making videos. And a lot of you guys are welcoming me back, which feels really great. Feels really cool that you guys just stuck around for me. I didn't know if I was going to come back and literally no one would be left. So it's just really great, and it's a really great feeling, and I'm really thankful. I'm very honored to experience that. I Hey, Nixie Pixie. um I went to the beach. I planned a vacation. I went for a week, and this doesn't always happen to me, but it happens a lot, where I get the summertime blues, I call them, and um, I just get depressed for no reason, because something about the summertime just, I don't know, it just puts me in a bad mood. And so usually I deal with it the first 2 or 3 days of vacation, and then I get into a better mood and I'm able to enjoy my vacation. Well, this vacation, I was able to enjoy the whole vacation, start to finish. It was um good. I did have one bad night where I and like here's a total trigger warning to anyone who um, doesn't need to hear dark things right now. I'm about to talk about some dark things. So if you can't hear that right now, please just click off for a little bit, come back in like 5 minutes, we'll be done with it. Um, so I had a night where I couldn't sleep. I was walking on the beach, which all of this sounds just like, the more I play it in my head, the more ridiculous it sounds. But I just became incredibly suicidal. And I had a plan. I had, um, I knew what I wanted to do, and I just was in a really bad headspace. So there was that kind of odd night, but those thoughts were very fleeting. They did not last long. I'd say like maybe 10 minutes in all. But, those 10 minutes feel like they drag on forever when you're depressed and when you're feeling, like you want to hurt yourself. And um, I I didn't do anything, didn't hurt myself, um, and went back inside, and then eventually was able to fall asleep. So that was the only thing during vacation that kind of rattled me. But it started, things started happening, like I lost my crojo. Like I started to lose motivation to do things. Yes, it was an intrusive thought. Um, and uh, so like I knew at the time, there are tools I could have used for my therapy toolkit, but I knew that if I just waited it out, I could get through it. So I did, and it worked. So that was positive. But then, so when we came back from the beach, I just, all of the motivation and everything that I had lost, and all of this creativity that I felt like kind of depleted by, like, I'd get my sketchbook and I'd be like, I want to draw something. I was like, but I don't know what I want to draw. I don't I don't want to I don't want to make anything. I don't want to do anything. I want to sit on the couch. I want to not get up. Um so like my like lack of motivation kind of progressed into this like depressed feeling of not wanting to get off the couch. And when we got back from the beach, that thought didn't go away, or those feelings didn't go away. And I um so I've been dealing with those feelings since I got back, for the last week and a half or so, or 2 weeks, I guess now. Um, and I'm trying to get back on. I'm trying to get back to a point where I feel like I can express myself. Like, I'm looking at the clock of like how long I've been on live, and I'm like almost at 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like 30 minutes is so long to be like away from Schitt's Creek. And I just want to like go and, you know, get on the couch and like not get up. And that's, it might just be something that needs to run its course. I'm going to try to fight it because I want to do that to spend time with you guys. And I want to do that because I love being creative. And I want to be able, I do like audiobooks, but I honestly can't focus enough to read, to like listen to an audiobook right now, because I have a couple in my queue. I just can't listen to them right now. I'm just watching TV, and that's the best I can do. And it's a show I've seen at least like 15 times. So, yeah. So I don't know. I guess like, um, just so you guys know, I am fighting to get through this and am working to get past all of these feelings. Yeah. Um, yeah. I just, I'll get through it. I have before. Should be fine. But it's not fun right now. And that's okay. And there are factors contributing to that, which I don't want to talk about on YouTube. Um, just stuff in my personal life that um, is going on, are going on, are going on. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at English, the English language. I struggle with it significantly. So, yeah, I just am really glad that you guys are here, and really glad that we can hang out and talk about whatever. So I walk my dog, so I get a little bit of time in the sun, but I really don't like going into the sun. I am an indoor person. I got actually the most sun, more sun than I normally get at the beach. Even with like tons of sunscreen on, I always manage to get tan because I um, am, apparently I can blame this now. I am 1/16 Native American, and that's enough to make me get real dark real fast. And so I do my best to not get a lot of sun damage. Um, but I do take a vitamin D pill. So I actually got my blood work done. I don't remember when. Um, but it showed a slight vitamin D deficiency, so I'm on a vitamin D supplement. But I know you need the sun to metabolize it or something like that. So I had some sun. Yeah. I get headaches from the sun. Not a fan of being out on it myself. Yeah. It's not my thing. Yay. What tribe are you from? Crystal? Now we're on a whole different subject. Let's talk about heritage. Um, I um I am part Comanche. Um, and actually, so I'm part Comanche from my mom's side. My mom's great grandmother was 100% Comanche, and a little Cherokee. hmm And I actually was talking to my mom about planning a trip, maybe for like next year or the year after, where we go to Oklahoma, which is where the Comanche Nation is, and just getting to know that side of our heritage better, because I we had a family member do a family tree for us, or she started to do it before she passed, and she went back as far as the Comanche heritage. So we know enough about that side. So, which is, I think is really cool because the Comanches were warriors, and just learning about them has been really interesting, and learning about their culture, learning about their practices has been brutal, honestly. Like it's like a brutal culture they were. Um, and but I don't know if this makes sense. So I don't want to claim a culture that I have done, that I like haven't participated in, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to be like, oh, I'm part Comanche, but I've never been to a Comanche reservation, and um how I became, there's a lot of stuff in our bloodlines that unfortunately we have to face we have to own, but it's still part of who you are. And like there's a lot of different variations of the same storyline. But it's nothing that you did, so you can't be ashamed of it. It's just part of your story. That's how I view it, at least. So, yeah. So, my voice is really, really, really tried from talking and the testosterone. So, I might let you guys go. I love you so much. I have some crow blood. It's mixed with English, Irish, and French. I agree, Ezra. I don't use mine either. It's never played a part in my life, so it wouldn't be right to use it. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that like we're on the same page. I like I don't want to like I don't want to use it. I just want to like I want to I want to own it and I want to honor it. And I'm sure if you did the same thing, like you'd want to honor it. So yeah, so I love you guys, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.